This is Paul. Yeah, I'm just sitting here reading this plain language law dictionary. Yes, they have what's called bench legislation, decisions of judges that go contrary to the law and which should have been left to the legislative bodies of the city, state, or federal government to decide. In my mind, I had thought that the county commissioner thought that since, 2011, 2015, July 8th of 2011, July 31st of 2015, for 4 years they had issued protection orders. Yeah. Now in 2011, I wasn't given any notice or opportunity to be heard. Yeah. And they issued that permanent protection order. Yes. And then in 2012, they arrested me and renewed the protection order without waiting to see if I was guilty or non-guilty of violating the protection order, even though there was no jurisdiction for the issuance of it. Yes. And then in 2013, hang on just for a second here. Yeah, I got the case history. 2013. Hang on. 2012 order reissuing 2013 motion 2000. Oh, notice of hearing, petition, service, and then affidavit of mailing, declaration, and then they issued it for 2 years instead of 1 year. Yes. But then they did service on me, but they also did that announcement in the newspaper. Yeah. Then they attempted service. It was September, October, November 10th. Sheriff's return not served after I had left the county. I thought they could issue protection orders for 1 year, but I guess you can issue them for 2 years. Pooch. But I was almost sure, since we had children in common, that you could only issue them for 1 year. Yeah. But then they decided to reissue the temporary protection order without any notice of opportunity to be heard in June 1st, June 12th, and then not served, and then they issued it on July 31st of 2015 without the petitioner acknowledging it. Yeah. Without actual notice and opportunity for me to be heard as the father. Now, it seemed to me that there was a county commissioner that thought that since they had reissued the protection order so many times, that they had the right to legislate from the bench, that if you don't answer a protection order after a certain number of years, they could issue them for a decade. Now, I wasn't given any notice or opportunity to be heard in 2011. I was arrested without any jurisdiction in 2012. It was renewed after having arrested me 4 days later. Then I was found not guilty, but it was not removed. And then it was modified, and then it was renewed in 2013 after putting it in publication and serving me with that very aggressive fist. And then there was no service after they had telephoned me. They had called me, and I'd walked to the sheriff's department. Yeah, they waited until after I had left the county so as to act like I had actually had some sort of proof of service when there was no proof of service. It's one of these situations where I have sent hundreds of thousands of emails. I had a phone number from 2011 to 2014. Yes. It seemed like somebody really didn't try to contact me all those times, that 16 or 17 approximate number of times that my rights have been violated and my sons have been held hostage. But I had one of these situations where I went to the hospital today to try and reset my phone, and for some reason, as I opened new Gmail accounts, there was suspicious activity, and I wasn't able to use the new Gmail accounts. Yeah. So I haven't been able to reset my phone, and I went to the Jack in the Box thinking I would maybe use their Wi-Fi, and I tried to open another Gmail, but seems like somebody keeps closing my email accounts every time I'm trying to contact law enforcement or I'm trying to get any information about my son's pooch. But there was a guy there that his phone had died and he needed a charger, and it happened that I had a full battery. I said, well, why don't you just charge your phone up using this? So he charged his phone up, and I could see that he was on the phone, and I said, well, do you have any cell phone minutes, because I wanted to unlock these Gmail accounts so I could reset my phone. He said, no, I don't have cell phone minutes. And then I said, well, how do you make phone calls if you don't have cell phone minutes? And there's the possibility you can get free text and phone calling. Yes. So I got a new phone number, and it works. It's 360-747-8431. Now, if you're in the fucking sheriff's department, 360-747-8431, and you know that my sons are missing and abducted, and you know that I've emailed you and documented the crime of violating my rights and their rights, I plan on sitting here. Now, this is one of these Wi-Fi telephones that are not actual telephones, but it does ring, and you can text me at that number. Pooch, I'd like to know where my sons are at. Now, I'm going to sit here and make videos and include a phone number that I can actually answer the phone. So if you have any knowledge of where are my missing and abducted sons, and if those in the judiciary or law enforcement or elected or appointed oaths of office would like to stop legislating from the bench some bullshit reason about why it is that you can issue protection orders for 10 years without the acknowledgement of the petitioner, without serving the respondent with there being forgeries on those documents. If you could just call me, I'd really like to know where my sons are at. Now, I'll just give you that phone number again, because I'm sure you're going to hear the number for quite a few more videos. 360-747-8431. Give me a call or text me. I'd like to know where are my sons and where is Marilyn Van Proyen. It's a Wi-Fi telephone number.